That was very sweet. Good morning, everyone. This is a beautiful day in Virginia, I have to admit. And my birds are singing out in my backyard, so they must be happy with the birdseed we put out. But I'd like to start with a quote from a philosopher known as Eugene Ionesco. He said, and you'd think that he lived in today's day, ideologies separate us. Pain and anguish bring us together. Sounds like he's describing 2020. He didn't live in our century. So the people of the United States are certainly demonstrating this opinion this year. And personally, I have many friends on both sides of the political aisle, and I'll admit that I have blocked some of their Facebook posts, and I'm sure they've blocked some of mine. But in the end, we're still friends. We are all brothers and sisters fighting this horrific COVID-19 battle. We all pray for each other. We pray for each other's families and our friends to heal from this dreadful disease. So our world's vibration seems to have gone berserk, and we're cloistered inside of our homes, fervently washing our hands and cleaning off counter surfaces with bleach, and we wear face masks, just like this. They're all over my house. And when we go shopping, we keep 6 feet apart. You know, my neighbor teaches the 3rd grade in a school that's right outside of Richmond. And she said that the children stay 6 feet away from her, but they're really only about 3 feet apart from each other. And that their favorite part of the day is when they get to go out onto the playground and they stand in a huge circle. They take their face masks off, put them in their pockets, and smile at each other. They get to see their faces. And then they sing and jump up and down and release all that pent-up energy. And it's a tremendous release for the children, but also for the teacher. But you and I, we're adults, so we can't exactly stand in a circle out in the playground and jump up and down. We look like idiots. And somebody might just call a funny wagon. But we must release our stress. So we can do what we just did with Raquel. We could meditate. And I strongly, strongly recommend that. Or we could walk or jog. I learned a statistic just the other day that blew my mind. Over 40 million people in our country are being treated for anxiety-related disorders. 40 million. And they're just the ones being treated. What about the ones who have never been diagnosed by a doctor? During this COVID crisis, it's probably most of us. A lot of people self-medicate with food or alcohol. Personally, I have to tell you, depression kills people. I know because I lost my sister that way. So you and I, we need to become warriors for our souls. We need to learn how to transcend stress and find happiness within ourselves. What I'd like to recommend, of course, is a regimen of meditation. Now, not everybody meditates, so you can just start with breathing. How about if we just focus on breathing for a few minutes several times a day? You know, like if you do it at the count of 4, you breathe in to the count of 4, hold it for the count of 4, and breathe out to the count of 4. And do that 3 or 4 times. Then, if you do that, you'll let go. Or you could actually sit down in your easy chair, put your feet up, and listen to a guided meditation, or even just some soft music. The important part is to clear your mind of monkey chatter. Every time a thought bulldozes its way into your mind, smile and say, not now, I'll catch you later, and go back on focusing on the soft music. Well, I'm going to share you two of my opinions. You may agree or not, but I believe that we all want to have a purpose in life. We want to matter. And my second opinion is we are all control freaks. It's not something, unique to me or unique to Raquel or unique to Rebecca. We are all control freaks. Well, it's very, very easy to forget how important you are in this world when you cannot reach out to a friend or a relative and give them a hug or a kiss on the cheek. It's easy to sit on your pity pot and say, why was I born? And is this all there is? I had such great plans for my life. Purpose. We all want to be successful at something. We all want to feel like we made a difference. I have a friend. She posts pictures of the sun rising over the ocean and rising over the Chesapeake Bay. She posts them on Facebook. Well, she doesn't know this, but when I lived in Virginia Beach, my favorite time of the day was to go stand at the shoreline, have the waves lap in and listen to them and smell that ocean breeze. And I'd actually do some healing prayer, just like Raquel mentioned the people on our healing list. Well, I would go over that healing list in my mind and send out healing love to friends and people on our church healing list. That's when I would do my absentee healing. So I felt like I was making a difference by saying prayers, but my friend doesn't know it, but she makes a difference. Because when I look at those pictures, I breathe in that ocean air. I smell it, I feel it, I imagine it, and it makes my soul smile. So heaven only knows how many people smile when they see her sunrise photos. That act could be her purpose for being. Her life matters. I believe we suffer from stress because we have very rigid expectations of how the universe should be. There's a universal law that says, without knowledge, action is useless. And without action, knowledge is futile. There's a short poem by a philosopher named Rumi. He also was another century that I'm going to share with you now. When I run after what I think I want, my days are like a furnace of stress and anxiety. If I sit in my own place of patience, what I need flows to me and without pain. From this, I understand that what I want also wants me, is looking for me and attracting me. There is a great secret here for anyone who can grasp it. Rumi. Isn't that awesome? I really like that. I actually posted that on Facebook because I just love it. So we know that if we don't set a goal for ourselves, we won't accomplish anything. And if we try to get by without problems in life, that's like flatlining. That's like laying in a bed and doing nothing till we die. Talk about boring. That is a boring, sad existence. And I know people doing that. Very, very sad. On the other hand, if we set goals for ourselves, and then lay out a plan that we insist on sticking to, it's like trying to control ocean waves with a teaspoon. We just can't do it. It's like what Rumi says. It's like being in a furnace of stress and anxiety. The idea that I can control every aspect of my life is an illusion. I don't have control. I never had control. I will never have control. It's important for me to strive to accomplish great things. However, I must understand that in the game of life, life will always upset my apple cart. It is how I react to it that matters. My transformation must not be attached to success. Happiness comes from within, right? And as a warrior for my soul, I must trust that the universe is friendly. I must understand that I may not get what I want, but I should get what I need. When I was a little girl, I wanted to eat cookies and ice cream. My parents fed me fruits and veggies. The end result was I had a full tummy. Rumi says, we should set an outlandish goal. We should dream big. A goal is an outcome. I have no control over the outcome. I only have control over my actions to achieve that goal. So I must focus on the journey. If I enjoy the journey, then I'll enjoy getting to my goal. When I make mistakes along the way, I learn lessons. So I can just say, okay, that didn't work. Let's try this. Heaven knows how many accidents happen before we actually achieve light bulbs. Thousands, I'm sure. So I just go a different direction, and I have to keep exploring my path. So another way to say we transcend stress is to say we transform our lives. A fun fact about transformation, your inner self is longing, is yearning for more. The greatest power you have is knowing who you are. How you treat people changes everything. My photographer girlfriend blesses me every time she posts a photo. And I want to say thank you. This time in our homes, separated from our friends and family, is our opportunity to focus on our own wisdom, harness it, align it, dial ourselves into clarity. This is a personal cycle of renewal. We are blessed with awesome potential. The only way to win is to push ourselves and learn from our mistakes. God created us to be free thinkers. All of the other creatures on this planet fit into their environment. We don't. We stand alone. We make choices for ourselves. When we elevate our conscious awareness, we change the way we look at everything. So I beg you, dream big. Let go of the illusion of control and know that your dream is looking for you. Dare to be a warrior for your soul. Bless you.